You are Locked On Red Sox Postcast, part of Locked On Sports Boston. On the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, we welcome you in. Bello on Tuesday, Pivetta on Friday. Starting pitchers chased with one bad inning. Red Sox dropping the series opener Friday night at Fenway to the Padres 9-1. We welcome you to the Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer, national show host. As a kid of the 1980s, watched Red Sox games on a small black and white TV. Former big league pitcher Scott McGregor once told me I had more useless information than anyone he had ever met. What a great compliment. We are providing reaction to every Red Sox game on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, as well as the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which, of course, is free and available wherever you get your podcast and where Gabby Hurlbut produces in-depth Red Sox coverage and content Monday through Friday. Not only are we providing reaction, we'd like you to react as well. Join the conversation. Share your thoughts in the conversation on our YouTube channel. Rough one for the Red Sox. On tonight's show, we're going to discuss one bad inning. That's been the theme over the last couple of outings for Red Sox starting pitchers. Friday night, it was Nick Pivetta. You can say it was ugly. That might be an understatement. Sox are moving Bello back. What's the plan going forward for Pivetta? Does he need to be straightened down? Rafael Devers, another bomb. The table setters were quiet. Sox cannot afford too many nights off from the guys at the top of the lineup. Our latest Red Sox, Locked On Red Sox postcast is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah, the right stay can make you a fan of any city, even your rivals. Check out Booking.com for your stay today. Well, the Red Sox scoreless over the first 3.5. Nick Pivetta was cruising right along. Didn't allow the base runner, the leadoff man, to reach the first 4 innings. Red Sox on the board first, bottom of 4th inning. The new daddy, Connor Wong, he and his wife welcoming Crew Wong to the family a couple of days ago. Wong up there in the 4th inning, 2-on-2, and he delivered with an RBI base hit. That scored Willie Abreu. Red Sox up 1-0. Connor Wong extended his hit streak to 14 in a row. You thought, okay, let's go from here. Unable to add on in that 4th inning. Top of the 5th, wheels falling off the wagon. Ha-Seok Kim, leadoff base hit against Nick Pivetta. Kyle Higashioka, 2-run home run, his 8th home run in the month of June. The first 5 batters reaching against Pivetta, Bryce Johnson double, Luis Ariza single, his 2nd hit of the game, and then a walk to Jurickson Profar. That was it. 4+ innings for Nick Pivetta. Alex Cora had the bullpen going. Out goes Pivetta. In comes Greg Weissert. Weissert, not much better. Weissert on an 0-2 pitch to Jake Cronenworth gave up a 2-run single. That went from 2-2 to 4-2 at the time. A 6th straight hitter reaching there. Machado, infield base hit, ruled out initially, overturned. Machado reaching. Donovan Solano, 2-run single. That made it 6-1. 8 straight hitters reaching to open up the inning. 6 runs in, still nobody out. Jackson Merrill made it go from bad to worse. Merrill made it 9 straight batters to reach, and he made it 9-1 with a 3-run home run. 2nd home run of the inning for the Padres, first allowed by Weissert. All said and done, 12 hitters coming to the plate for San Diego, 9 runs on 8 hits and 2 home runs. And Pivetta takes a loss. First loss for the Red Sox, with Pivetta making a start since May 30th when the Sox lost at home 5-0 at Fenway against the Tigers. Red Sox had been 4-0 in Pivetta's previous 4 outings in the month of June. His next start will come in July. With the loss, Red Sox have reached the midpoint of the season, 43-38. They were 40-41 for their first 81 games last season, then went on an 8-3 stretch over their next 11 leading into the All-Star break. Red Sox still have a ways to go before they get to the All-Star break in Arlington, Texas in a few weeks. But a tough one for Nick Pivetta. 2 games left in the series. Again, 43-38 record at the midpoint of the regular season for the Red Sox. I don't think you take all those positive vibes, good vibes, and throw them in the waste paper basket right now for the Red Sox. The Padres entered the game hot. They're without Fernando Tatis. They're without Yu Darvish. Dylan Cease has sort of been up and down. So they've had some different things within their team where they've had injuries. But guys like Jurickson Profar, Jake Cronenworth will be Rise coming over from the Marlins in a trade in May. These guys have stepped up. Manny Machado, off to a little bit of a slow start. Still gets booed at Fenway. Still gets booed at 29 other big league parks. And that's going to probably continue the rest of his career. But the Red Sox, 19-22 at Fenway, 1-6 with scoring over the 4 innings. And then really nothing else until the 9th inning. Cedar Rafael reached with a walk. Duran struck out for out number 2. Hamilton struck out to end the ball game, and Rafaela with that one-out double left stranded. So the Red Sox lose the game, and again, 43-38 record through their first 81, and they've reached the midpoint of the season. Still a lot of baseball to go. Got to have a home winning record. A winning record at home. Let's say it that way. That's not the case right now for the Red Sox, and that's got to change. How that changes, I don't know. But it's 2 starts in a row for the Red Sox, and Cutter Crawford, remember, his start Wednesday cut short because the game was suspended against the Blue Jays. And in a moment, I'll tell you why I was really wrong with Wednesday's game and how things unfolded. But you go back to Tuesday, Bello, 2 scoreless innings. Tonight, Pivetta, 4 scoreless innings before the wheels fell off the wagon, where 9 runs come across for the Padres en route to the victory 9-2. But Bello on Tuesday, 2 scoreless innings, then ran into trouble. Blue Jays scored 7 runs in that 3rd inning. Bello went just 2 1/3. Pivetta tonight, 4+ innings, did not record an out in that 5th inning. Charged with 5 runs, all 5 runs earned, left with the bases loaded, nobody out. So Pivetta, previous 4 starts in the month of June, before Friday, June 5th, 7 scoreless. Red Sox blanked the Braves 9-0. Pivetta, 7 innings, 1 hit, no runs. June 12th, series opener at Fenway against the Phillies. 4+ innings, 4 earned runs. Remember, they took him off the hook in that one. Unable to do it Friday night against the Padres. So, short outing against the Phillies. Next time out, that was last Monday in Toronto against the Blue Jays. 7 innings and 3 earned runs allowed. Blue Jays losing in that series. And then that was 2 Mondays ago. And then June 22nd, last Saturday, Cincinnati, Pivetta, 4 1/3 innings, 3 earned runs allowed. And again, taken off the hook because the Red Sox were able to pull out that victory, and Pivetta took a no decision. They'd won his previous 4 outings, lose tonight, first loss with Pivetta making the start since late May, and the Red Sox fall short. I mentioned the Padres. Hey, they came in hot. They lost 5 in a row, then won 4 straight, lost 1, and now with the win on Friday night at Fenway, they've won 4 in a row. So they've won 8 of their last 9 since dropping 5 straight. So if you thought the Padres were going to come in, hey, we'll take care of them, no problem. No, this is a team that's on a roll. And I've been impressed with manager Mike Schilt with how he has handled this team. Remember, this is a team that lost Juan Soto. It's like they add, but they subtract. Soto had to go, right? You weren't going to re-sign him after the 24 season. You were going to lose him in free agency. They trade him last offseason to the Yankees. So far, it's working out for both teams. And it could end up ultimately working out better for the Padres, because if Soto walks at the end of the year, then the Yankees gave an awful lot up in that trade for what was a 1-year rental in Juan Soto. So we'll see how that works out. Do we really care if it works out for the Yankees? No, we really don't. But the Padres are a team, winners of 8 in a row. 8 of 9, 4 in a row, 8 of 9. And I mentioned they've got guys out of the lineup right now. Fernando Tatis, you're going to miss him on this series. You're missing Xander Bogaerts, but he's in uniform. He's in Boston. He was at Fenway Friday night. And early on, Red Sox welcome back one of their former players, a guy who was a member of 2 World Series championship teams, 2013, 2018. A nice video tribute, nice round of applause, acknowledgement from the Red Sox dugout. Bogaerts came out in front of the third base dugout, tipped his cap to the crowd, tipped his cap to the first base dugout as well. And, hey, Xander Bogaerts. And we'll get into where you watch the game or where you listen to the game on Friday with no game on Nesson. That's my first Nesson reference, even though there was no Nesson broadcast on Friday. Bogaerts signing the 11-year deal that goes through 2033. I think you miss Xander Bogaerts, but the fact that he's going to be 32 in October and his deal goes 11 years through 2033, I think you're okay. Right now, out with a shoulder injury, injured his shoulder on a diving attempt. Remember, moving from shortstop to second base for the Padres. And he's out and right now on rehab in terms of coming back. He's not out on a minor league rehab assignment just yet, but expected to be back maybe before the All-Star break. We'll see how that plays out for Xander Bogaerts. But nice to see him in town. He talked with the media before the game. They asked him what was different about coming back to Fenway Park. He said, "Hey, I don't enter the ballpark the way I used to. I don't enter the ballpark going to the home clubhouse. I now enter on the other side and go into the visiting clubhouse. There might be parts of Fenway he's never seen before, including the visiting clubhouse. Saw that maybe for the first time on Friday. So, Padres take the opener. 9-2 victory, scoring all 9 runs in 1 inning against Nick Pivetta and Greg Weissert. You move on. Weissert went 1 inning, 4 earned runs allowed. Chase Anderson did finish up. Went 4 innings, gave up a hit, walked 2, struck out 2, and that's sort of Chase Anderson. You won't see him for a few days. Off day on Monday, so maybe you see him in the Miami series next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but not likely you'll see him over the next couple of games in the San Diego Padres series, and it will be on the mound against Michael King. He was also part of that Juan Soto trade as well during the offseason from New York to San Diego, and he was a big piece of that puzzle as well. So was Wandy Peralta, who gave up and run his 1 inning of work as well. So 9-2 the final. Red Sox dropped the opener. Devers keeps hitting home runs. Devers hitting home runs with nobody on base. Got to get those leadoff guys on. Got to get the table setters going for the Red Sox. And they have been going. But just more consistent, especially just seeing more pitches and maybe even drawing more walks as well during the course of a game, during the course of a series as well for the Red Sox and that starting lineup. So Devers keeps hitting bombs. The Sox also adding a new arm to the bullpen as well. We'll discuss that next. Locked On Red Sox Postcast brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah. With summer travel heating up, especially travel for baseball games, it is now time to explore those cities you've always secretly wanted to learn more about. Yes, we're talking about your rival cities. With hotels, bed and breakfast, vacation rentals, resorts, and so much more on Booking.com, you might just find your perfect stay even in your baseball rival city. A New York fan headed to Boston to catch a baseball game at Fenway. Yes, on the Red Sox turf. Who wants the team to win, the visiting team to win? They're also excited to have a lobster roll, perhaps fall in love with their waterfront hotel. From hotels that look over stadiums to family-friendly resorts, Booking.com has the most choices across the U.S. for your summer travel this Major League Baseball season. The right stay can make you a fan of any city, any U.S. city, even your rivals. Look today at Booking.com on the site or Booking.com app. Our Locked On Red Sox postcast. Again, Red Sox losing 9-2 to the San Diego Padres. And our Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by FanDuel. I love sports. I love them so much. I never want them to stop. But as the playoffs wind down, we get fewer games, and the sports aren't sportsing like I want them to. But FanDuel lets me keep the sports going whenever I want. All I have to do is open the app and dream up bets any time I'm in the mood. And this summer, FanDuel is hooking up all customers with a boost or a bonus daily. That's right. There's something for everyone every day, all summer long. So head over to FanDuel.com/lockedon to start making the most out of your summer. FanDuel, official partner of Major League Baseball. Again, head over to FanDuel.com/lockedon and start making the most of your summer. So the Red Sox falling on Friday, 9-2 the final against the San Diego Padres, who have won 4 in a row and 8 of their last 9. Michael King, Tanner Houck, the pitching matchup on Saturday. The Red Sox will look to even up the series at 1-1. The Red Sox welcoming back Xander Bogaerts to Fenway Park on Friday. 2 games left in the series, as I mentioned. The Red Sox are on 19-22 at Fenway Park. Few opportunities in terms of runners in scoring position from the 5th inning through the 8th inning against that San Diego bullpen. Rafael Devers, again, a bright spot for the Red Sox as Devers comes through with another home run and another Rafi bomb as well. Devers just absolutely tattooed one in the game. Devers just, again, disappear here and grab the card. There we go. In and out of focus. Devers home run, solo shot, sixth inning. That made it 9-2, turned out to be the final. Devers number 17 on the season, seventh in the month of June, and his third straight game with a home run. Now remember, in May, he hit a home run in 6 straight games, establishing a new Red Sox franchise record. His home run against the Blue Jays on Tuesday going 467, his longest home run at the big league level in his career. Connor Wong was another bright spot as well for the Red Sox. Wong had that RBI base hit in the bottom of the fourth inning, giving the Red Sox a 1-0 lead, a lead that was short-lived, thanks to that ugly top of the fifth inning where the Padres scored 9 runs. But Wong has now hit safely in 14 in a row. Mentioned he was away for a few days on paternity leave. He and his wife welcoming their, I believe, second son, and the new addition to the Wong family, True Wong. Great name. So Connor Wong, during the course of his 14-game hit streak, 18 hits, 3 home runs, 11 runs batted in. And I hate doing this, but I always want to reference where I read it, whether it was The Athletic or the Boston Globe or the Herald or online. But there was an article actually talking about Connor Wong, and I mentioned with our Monday minor league mention Kyle Steele this past Monday for the series opener against the Blue Jays. And this article, it might have been on MLB.com. Again, trying to give reference to it, but not really remembering where it was. But the article talked about Connor Wong and the fact that he's athletic and he can move around. So perhaps in the future, and I brought up Kyle Steele on Monday with our Monday minor league mention. We'll do that every Monday, and a minor leaguer in the Red Sox system. But with Connor Wong, he's a guy you can move around. And with Kyle Steele, I said, hey, you're going to hear about Kyle Steele's names in the coming weeks as the Red Sox perhaps make a move. If they're going to make a big splash, you're going to hear Kyle Steele's name. He may not be involved in a deal prior to the trade deadline or right at the trade deadline, but you're going to hear his name. Teams are going to call, text Craig Breslow, his guys in the front office. You're going to hear Kyle Steele. There's no doubt about it. He's touted right now as the third best prospect in the Red Sox system. Last year, first-round pick fell out of the top 10, fell into the lap of the Red Sox. He's gotten off to a great start this year in his first full year of pro ball. But the article today that I referenced basically talked about that could be the future for the Red Sox. It could be Connor Wong and Kyle Steele. It could be Kyle Steele in that number 1 role as the catcher, and Wong, a guy who can catch a couple of days a week and also move out and play other positions as well. He could possibly play left field. And if that's the case for the Red Sox, then you've got something in play there. We'll see how that plays out for the Red Sox. But right now, Connor Wong, Kyle Steele, if you're going to have those as your tandem at the catchy position going forward, that's a good position to be in. That's a position you no longer have to wait on and worry about for the Red Sox. You'll be established there. Wong is 28. You've got him under control for a handful of years, I think through 2028. But that would be a great situation for the Red Sox. Again, Wong, 14-game hit streak. Cedar Rafaela, the double in the ninth inning, 3 base hits, left stranded as Duran and Hamilton both struck out to end the game. Duran 1 for 5 and a strikeout. Hamilton 0 for 5 and a couple of strikeouts. And again, you've got to get those guys on base. Through the All-Star break, I'm going to see how many times these guys reach base via walk. I don't know what their walk totals are right now. But in watching enough of the Red Sox in recent weeks and listening to them on the radio as well, I'll get to that in just a moment. These guys, you want to see them draw more walks. Duran got a base hit in his first at bat, 0 for 4 the rest of the way. Hamilton in that number 2 spot took the color, going 0 for 5. Red Sox did make a couple of moves on Friday. Lefty Bailey Horn up from AAA. Isaiah Campbell sent down to the minor leagues. Horn acquired from the White Sox in late April for cash considerations. What those cash considerations are or will be, I have no idea. But overall, his number is good at AAA this year. Craig Breslow knows Bailey Horn from their time together with the Cubs. Horn, former Auburn Tiger, 26 years old, and in his 6th year of pro ball. So he gives them another lefty out of the bullpen and a fresh arm as well. So he did not pitch. He did not make his debut for the Red Sox on Friday. Kind of gives you an idea that they want to use him for the weekend as well. So Devers, a home run, is 17th on the season, homering in his 3rd straight game. And the Red Sox again falling by a score of 9-2. We are going to look ahead, and we are going to also tell you about the pitching matchup with Tanner Houck on the mound against Michael King on Saturday, as the Red Sox are going to look to even up the series. Before we do that, I didn't see it a lot on social media on X, and you can follow me on X at Lennox on Baseball. But with that, I listened to the Red Sox game Friday night, first pitch to last out, with Will Fleming and Lou Merloni on the Red Sox WEEI radio network. And Will, to me, is one of the top play-by-play announcers on radio in baseball. Lou Merloni is growing on me with each game because, from an analyst, I want to learn something. And I always feel like I learned something from Lou Merloni. But the game on Friday night was on Apple TV. And really, I do go back to my childhood because growing up on the eastern end of Long Island, which, by the way, was one time part of Connecticut, I would only watch Mets or Yankees or if they were on free TV. I could watch the Red Sox. That's how I introduced myself. I watched the Red Sox. It shows you how old I am. I'm not giving you my age, Mookie Betts number. But you might have gotten that one. I watch on black and white TV because they'd be on the Hartford channel on one of the affiliates. But Friday night, no Nesson, no Dave O'Brien, no Kevin Youkilis, no Lou Merloni on TV, no Will Middlebrooks, no Kevin Youkilis, no OB. Apple TV had it. Do you have Apple TV? I'm the only person in my family who doesn't have an Apple phone. That's probably why we don't have an iPhone, rather. Shows you what I know about the iPhone right there. But with that, if I did have one, then I'd probably, I'd probably have Apple TV. But just not going to do that with having all the other different apps and all the other different things that we pay for in the household. So I'm just wondering, I didn't see it a lot on social media about Red Sox fans being up in arms back on Nesson Saturday and Sunday for the final two games of the series. I don't even know who's on the broadcast on Apple TV. I didn't see it anywhere. As well. Numbers of the night, look ahead to Saturday as the Red Sox will look to even up the series coming up. So our Red Sox, Locked On Red Sox postcast, again, Red Sox losing the opener to the San Diego Padres on Friday night. Padres scoring 9 runs, all 9 runs in one inning, the 5th against Pivetta and reliever Greg Weissert. Locked On Red Sox postcast, part of the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. Prize Picks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps, on Prize Picks, it's just you against the numbers. All you have to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Get in on the daily action with your friends and become part of the Prize Picks community today. You can now up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. Turn your $10 into $1,000. If you're looking for promotions, Prize Picks has got you covered every week. From lowering select players' stat projections on Tuesday to helping out your lineup if it gets hit, or by getting your entry fee back with a losing lineup on Friday. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code LOCKEDONMLB for a first deposit match up to $100. That's code LOCKEDONMLB on Prize Picks for a deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Prize Picks. The app is available, and again, use the code LOCKEDONMLB. So a look ahead to the pitching matchup on Saturday for the Red Sox. They've got the ace going, and again, this is one you're not really, you're stopping a losing streak. You don't want it to go to 3 in a row, but you want the good vibes to return. You got Tanner Houck on the mound. We'll get more into Tanner Houck in just a moment, but yes, indeed, we've got our numbers of the night. How about the 17th loss of the season for the Red Sox, losing by 5 or more runs? It's been a while, but yeah, that was the number on Friday night. 17 games now on the season where they've lost by 5 or more runs. I probably would have said closer to 12, 11, 12. That number surprised me a little bit when I looked it up on baseballreference.com. Pivetta giving up a home run, Weissert giving up a 3-run home run to Jackson Merrill. Red Sox pitchers have now allowed 28 home runs so far in the month of June. So, again, it's Houck getting the start for the Red Sox, and he will go on Saturday looking to even up the series at a game apiece. Hey, you've got your ace going. I mean, right now we're talking about 3, maybe 4 all-stars. Tanner Houck should be an all-star. Jarren Duran should be an all-star. Rafael Devers should be an all-star at the third base position. Reserve, I don't care. Let's see Rafael Duran get in at bat, 7th inning on. Game tied late. Winner doesn't get home field advantage in the World Series, but let's see one of the Red Sox players. Let's see Tanner Houck go out there and throw a scoreless inning late. But Connor Wong is the other guy who should be in consideration as one of the catchers as a reserve as well. So Michael King, right-hander, gets the start on Saturday as the Padres look to continue their winning ways. Again, they won 4 in a row, 8 of 9. King was, again, part of that trade that brought Juan Soto to the Yankees from the San Diego Padres. So big part of that trade as well. Sunday, 1:35, tomorrow, 4:10 on NESN. King this year had 3 games or 10 or more strikeouts, 500 pitcher. I think he's better than his record. ERA, 3.75, 18 games, 17 starts. It's his 6th season, actually, in the big leagues. 2019, 1 game with the Yankees. In 2019, last Saturday against Milwaukee, 5 earned runs allowed over 6 innings. He's 29. So 12th round pick by the Marlins. And you can say local. Born in Rochester, New York, but you look at his baseball reference page, graduated from high school in Warwick, Rhode Island, and went to Boston College. 12th round pick out of BC by the Marlins. So he'll get the start. Friends and family, I'm sure, in attendance. And there were a couple of Let's Go Padres chants that were booed and knocked down at Fenway on Friday night. I'm sure that makes some people crazy. But it'll be King going to the mound. Now, here's a number for King, okay? First 7 outings, he gave up 10 home runs total. He is not allowed a home run in his last 5 starts. He's allowed just 3 home runs in his last 10 outings. So let's see if the Red Sox can get to him and hit a couple of home runs early on with runners on base. Tanner Houck, Red Sox 11-5 in his 16 starts. And Tanner gets the start on Saturday. And Sox are 7-0 in his last 7 outings. He's 4-0 with 3 no decisions over his last 7 starts as well. Tanner Houck, last time out against the Blue Jays, again, making back-to-back starts against Toronto. And did go into the 7th inning, going 6 2/3, but got roughed up a little bit, left before recording that last out in the 7th inning. And the Red Sox were able to come back and walk it off in the 9th inning. So Houck gets the start against King. Again, NESN on Saturday with a 4:10 first pitch. I'm saying NESN because Friday's game was on Apple, and it's the first Red Sox game I haven't seen since we got our Locked On Red Sox postcast underway a few weeks ago, part of the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Again, 9-2 the final. Padres pick up the victory. The Red Sox are going to look to even up the series at a game apiece on Saturday afternoon at Fenway Park. Our Locked On Red Sox postcast follows each and every Red Sox game all season long. We do thank you for making Locked On Red Sox your first listen every day. We are free and available wherever you get your podcasts. Also available with the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel as well. All part of Locked On Sports Network, your team every day. Again, we'll be on board Saturday early evening within minutes of the last out with our latest edition of the Red Sox postcast. Locked On Sports Boston, your number one place to hang out immediately following every single Red Sox game. Locked On Sports, your team every day.